If you hate the idea of niching down, or maybe you're just not even sure how to do it without leaving money on the table or excluding people, you need to watch this video. I'm Tara Wagner, breakthrough coach and lifelong entrepreneur. I help other entrepreneurs use a holistic approach to business so they can create profits they can depend on without burning themselves out. If that sounds like your jam, be sure to check out my free training on how you can do the same. Now, I don't actually like the word niche, mostly because of the connotation, what people think it means. So in order to make sure we're on the same page, we're talking about the same thing from the same angle, let's start with a really clear definition. So what is a niche in business? We're going to define this by looking at one definition that is actually related to entrepreneurship and two definitions that are not. Let's start with those ones first. The first one is a comfortable or suitable position in life or employment, sometimes also referred to as a calling. The second one is a shallow recess, especially in a wall, something like a nook or even maybe a little corner. Keep those things in mind. The third one is a specialized segment of the market for a particular kind of product or service. So let's draw some emphasis on these words: comfortable, calling, specialized, and particular. What is a niche in business? A business niche should feel like a comfortable corner inside of an otherwise very hectic, loud, noisy, messy marketplace that allows you to draw on your specialties, your calling, to serve a very particular person who's going to most benefit from what it is that you have to offer and the way it is that you're offering it. So what is niche marketing? This just means that you are doing marketing to or from that little corner of that very hectic marketplace. And in doing so, you can tap into some of the benefits of niching in the marketplace. Number one, talking to a smaller crowd means you don't have to yell so loud. Number two, this means that you can use fewer, easier, cheaper marketing strategies to reach them. Number three, this is all because you know the people that you're serving so well that you know exactly where to go to find them. Which leads to number four, overall, a smaller marketing budget. You get to spend less money to earn more of it. Comment below and let me know any other benefits to niche marketing that others should consider. Now let's talk about the problems with niching down. Number one, you're probably worried about leaving money on the table or making less money, right? Because if you're talking to fewer people, naturally you're going to be turning some people away. You're going to be not making money from those people. Number two, you might feel like you're not being very inclusive, and in the world that it is today, nobody wants to be not inclusive. So a lot of niching down talks about demographics, how much somebody makes, their gender, their ethnicity, and those things might feel really gross to you if that does not align with your business. Number three, you might find it boring. It might not be as fulfilling for you to work with fewer people. You might like the diversity of working with different types, different styles of people, different backgrounds. Maybe that's something that really lights you up in your work. Number four is kind of a biggie. If your product or service can serve more people, can help lots of different people, you can feel bad. You can feel guilty even for not going out and trying to support all of those people. But number five, and this is probably the biggest one, picking a niche is often just a really arbitrary thing that people tell you to do. Comment below and let me know any other problems with niching down that you see. So we know the problems because we're in the thick of them. We also hear all the benefits and we can see it. It makes sense in a way. How do you bridge that gap? What do you do to be able to get those benefits without handling or dealing with any of those problems? Number one, I want you to remind yourself often, find ways to remind yourself that starting small is actually what allows a company to go big over time, because you're not diluting your message to try to reach the masses. Pretend that you have a bottle of wine and it is the best bottle of wine ever. And in order to get that bottle of wine out to people, to give them a taste test, if you want to reach 100 people, you're going to have to water down that wine to the point that they're not getting anything. This is what happens in our messaging when we're trying to talk to a lot of people. Our message is no longer strong enough to really grab somebody. So even the best people that would have been a no-brainer are gonna say no. And everybody else is gonna say no too, because it's not clicking with them either. But when we allow ourselves to give 5 out of those 100 people a really great glass of wine, they can get a real taste. They can read the things on our website and our copy. They can see our product or service is specific to them. That's gonna get a hell yes from them. That's gonna get them talking about it to other people and telling people, you gotta go and get this glass of wine, because you didn't dilute the message trying to reach more people. I want you to remember this, maybe even write it down somewhere. The only way you can spread it around is if you water it down. But that doesn't mean you're not gonna be able to grow. When you have the means and the ability to provide more than 1 bottle of wine to really reach more people, you can then start doing that. I want you to look at companies like Walmart. They started off in a niche. They had one little store in one area that served only the people in their immediate vicinity. That's niche marketing. Because they started there, they got to know their people, they served them so well, it allowed them to then duplicate that into the next town and duplicate that into the next town until eventually they took over the world. Same with Amazon. They started off just selling books until they got so solid, so strong in that then they were able to again take over the world. If you want your business to take over the world, you gotta be willing to put in the years of going super, super narrow, because that's what's gonna allow you to reach all the people that you actually want to reach. The second thing that I want you to do is shift your focus a little bit. I want you to think about not who are the people that I'm eliminating, but just who are the people that I'm starting with. When we think about the idea of I'm not gonna serve these people so that I can serve these people, it's gonna make us feel crappy. But if we instead say, I want to serve these people, who's first? Where do I start? Who are the people that make the most sense to cut my teeth on? Who are the people that are gonna be the easiest? Who are the people that I can best serve? That then is going to allow you to get that really strong, solid foundation so that you can eventually reach these other people. So what I'm asking you to do here is just shift your focus. It's not that I'm not gonna serve these other people, it's that I'm serving these people first, and then I will start serving the next and the next and the next as my reach and my ability to reach grows. Number 3, when you are determining who your niche is going to be, who your target audience is, a lot of people will talk about the demographics, right? What's the gender? What's the ethnicity? How old are they? How much money do they make? And those are the things that gross us out. What I want to encourage you to do instead is focus on the psychographics. What's their life experience? What are their goals? What are their needs? What are their challenges? What do they absolutely hate about the product or services that are similar to yours that you can serve in a different way? Get to know who they are, not what they are. This is going to allow you to still niche down, but not have to worry about it's got to be this person who's this age and they look this way. That feels really disgusting. Comment below and let me know some of the most important psychographics for your ideal audience. Next, I want you to know that niching down does not mean turning people away. If you're marketing to a specific person, chances are you're gonna have other people who don't exactly fit the bill, and that's okay. You can still take those people on if they feel like a good fit. So whether you're a service-based business or a product-based business, when you're marketing to one person, you're still going to attract people outside of that. This might be people who want to be that person. This might be people who are moving in that direction. This might be people who are buying a gift for that person. This might simply be people that like you. They like what they have to say or what you have to say. So remind yourself of that. I don't have to turn anybody away. All I'm gonna do is speak really clearly from this corner to this corner in the marketplace so that these people can really hear me. And then anybody else who's passing by is welcome to come in as well. Okay, these next two, they are the biggies. Number 1, in order to find your niche, I want you to allow your people to pick it for you. And what I mean by this is get out there, start engaging, start communicating, start testing things, start interacting with real life people. Instead of trying to figure this out in your head, which is gonna be arbitrary, start connecting and see how that unfolds. It's not gonna feel arbitrary or yucky or uncomfortable when you naturally slide into a niche because your people are leading you in that direction. This was definitely the case for me and has been multiple times. I would start off with something and the feedback given to me by my clients course corrected me as I went along. And it was the best possible thing because had I chosen and maybe stuck with that choice just out of pure stubbornness, I would have missed great opportunities that are so easy and natural and comfortable and were right in front of me, but I just couldn't see it. This is not the right strategy for everyone. This is not the right strategy for every business or every type of business, but I do want you to consider, do I have to figure this out now, or can I allow the feedback through sales, through comments, through engagement, through conversations, slowly course correct me over time? And then last, but definitely the most important thing to remember, you make the rules and you can break any rule in business, including this idea of niching down, if you're willing to do what's necessary to break it. So for me in particular, I don't niche down in terms of the type of businesses I serve. I love the diversity and the challenge of working with lots of different business owners in lots of different industries. That brings me fulfillment. But I also know that I get to do things a little bit differently because of that. I get to get really good at my copywriting. I get to really understand those psychographics because I'm using fewer demographics. So you need to know, if I'm gonna break this rule, what's the price I gotta pay to break it? What do I gotta do to still be successful at this? Now, if you would like to know more about my whole process of niching down in business and how I help people choose a niche that's actually comfortable and do it in a way that actually works for them, I really encourage you to check out my Healthy Hustle approach. My free class, How to Use a Holistic Approach to Create a Profitable Business Without Burning Yourself Out, will show you the 3 mistakes small business owners are making and introduce you to the tools and strategies I use to help you create a 6-figure business in under 40 hours a week. You can find the link for the free class in the description below. Be sure to also give this video a thumbs up if you found it encouraging or inspiring. Leave me a fist bump in the comments if you made it to the end, along with your biggest takeaway. And be sure to check out this video on how to start a business in 10 hours a week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.